Just a bit outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook. What's going on, brother?
Welcome back
Right?
to your normal two-person pod.
Yes.
Got a little heated last week.
Yeah. Somebody's got to argue.
Got that Stephen A. Smith action going on last week. A little bit of that Shannon Sharp. You were Skip Bayless.
Making all the bad calls.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what we back, man. How's your week been?
It's good. Been busy. Real life work has kicked my butt this week.
I hear you.
Kicked my butt.
Work be killing us. We need this pod to take off.
Yeah.
I like to do this for a living.
Need to work like one or two days a week and call it a day.
Right? That's all I need. Yeah. Give me one of those gigs.
We'll get there.
Yes, sir. So, we haven't brought a whole lot of baseball news or info or anything to the show right now. So, I feel like this is a good episode for us to dig in. I know we've got some NBA playoff stuff we'll dig in on, but NFL, not much to talk about. We covered the draft and things like that, and the schedule's going to come out here in another week or two, I think.
Yeah, sometime this week, I think.
Yeah, it's not too long from now, but this will be where we can dig in on some baseball, man. And when you look at the outlier, what am I talking about? My words are not coming to me right now on the struggle bus for some reason.
Let's see this.
Dang it! But looking at the league as a whole, the Phillies are the best team in baseball.
They are.
Record-wise, win percentage-wise, they're 23-11. Of course, there's a ton of other teams with 11 losses. The Phils have played more games than a lot of other teams have as well. But there's a lot of other really intriguing teams out there, teams that are playing really good baseball. Dodgers are smoking the Braves right now. Big fan of that. And, even your Mets are kind of hanging along, which is kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
I thought they would be more where the Marlins are right now, but, hey, here we are.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, but, take it to the American League. Baltimore looks good again. The Yankees, maybe they're back. Who knows? They're...
Yeah.
Not a bad team. Cleveland Guardians, surprising. But the hottest team in baseball right now, which was a surprise to us, was the Twins.
Big time.
12-game heater right now.
Man, 12 games is a lot.
Dude, 12 games in a row is big stuff. That means they've gone through the rotation more than twice.
Good hitting, good pitching. They're doing everything right at the moment.
I gotta say, man, you need that run support when you have good pitching. And Philly, if you look at Zach Wheeler, he has not had good run support, and it just sucks to look at his record and be like, why is it? Zach Wheeler is one of the top 3 pitchers in baseball.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah,
very, very good.
It's like, hey, he started the year 0-3.
Losing what? 1-run games?
Yeah,
that's
what
games,
it was not by
games.
his fault. I promise you that. Because, he threw fucking gems. But neither here nor there. Let's dig in a little bit. Yeah, we'll start with what we know best, which is going to be the NL East.
It is.
Right now, and as expected, what we saw coming into the year is going to be the Phillies. It's going to be the Braves again.
Yeah.
Both rosters are stacked. Both have really good pitching. The rosters are set up for long runs come October.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they are.
The Braves are that team, though, that will get hot, and they get hot quickly. Once the bats are connected, man, it's just scary. They're all offensively, that team, I think, is better than any other team in baseball.
Yeah. It's them, maybe the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers, yeah. It's an arguable case. Granted, they lead the league in runs scored already. They're at 192. So your second best team is at 169. So Definitely do.
Yeah.
But when you look at the paper of past results and what we know of as the Braves, I would still take the Braves lineup in terms of offense over the Dodgers any day of the week.
Dodgers are super streaky.
Yes, and right now they're streaking in a good way. They're 8-10 in the last, or 8-2 in the last 10. If I could talk today, this is bad.
Bro, you are porky pigging it big time over there.
Today, Junior.
That's right.
That's all, folks.
But no, I mean the Braves, the Phillies. We kind of knew that was going to be the thing. You and I talk about that all the time off air.
Right.
But that everybody else is playing for third.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what we imagined. I mean, it's like the Mets are kind of in tank mode right now, rebuild mode, whatever you want to call it.
I'm surprised they're one game under 500, to be honest.
It's impressive. They started hotter than that, too.
They were at one point within like a game and a half of first place or something. And I was like, what? Because I sent you a text. I'm like, what is going on?
They were above the Phillies at one point. And you're like, there's something wrong. Seriously wrong here. It was early on. But, the Mets are 4-6 in their last 10. Nationals 6-4 in their last 10, but 16-17. Same record as the Mets standing right now.
Yeah.
It's just the Nationals don't like to play at home, apparently. They're 5-9 at home and 11-8 away. So road games are much more suited. Just stay out of D.C., I guess.
Yeah, well, it's D.C. So.
Yeah, who would want to play there anyway? Fuck that. So, but really, you look at the Phillies and you look at the Braves, both solid pitching and hitting. They could both score in bunches. And really, that's what I mean. If you look at the whole thing, at the whole National League, you look at the Phillies, you look at the Braves, and the Dodgers. But I mean, really, those are the three teams that you expect to probably make the World Series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got two of them in the same division. Or, is that right?
Yeah.
Words worked that time.
And then you got surprising teams in the Central.
You do. I think Cincinnati's on the right way, especially with Ellie De La Cruz. That kid is phenomenal.
Ridiculous.
He's fun to watch, man. He had an inside the park home run that took him 14 seconds to run the bases.
Crazy.
14 seconds.
Crazy.
And the dude's like 6'5" or something like that, isn't he?
Dude, and you can see the joy of the game when he plays.
Oh, he loves to play baseball.
Like loves it. Like he is living his best life.
I would say so. I mean, he looks the part. I mean, this is his first full season in the league. And he does it all. The man steals bases left and right. He can hit. He plays defense. He's a steal of a prospect for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And it's a wonder they've been able to, kind of keep him without being bribed to someone to just snag him away. Yeah. You're going to want to lock that guy down.
6'5", 200 pounds.
That's crazy.
Insane.
And you can run the bases in 14 seconds.
Yeah.
360 feet.
Insane, brother. Insane.
That's with 3 turns. 360 feet with 3 turns in 14 seconds. There's not a whole lot of athletes in the NFL that are going to run it that quick.
No, not at all.
And he's 6'5".
Batting 278. Let me stolen bases. Let me see this.
Dude, he's phenomenal to watch. And you're gonna
19 stolen bases already.
Yeah. And then that's in 34 games for them?
Yeah.
33 games.
33. More than one a game. Or about a half about a half a game. Getting one every 2 games.
Exactly.
But that's still insane. Means he's on pace for what? 70, 75.
Yeah.
100, is it 162 or 152?
162 games.
So you're looking at 81 at that pace.
Yep.
You know, not Ricky Henderson pace, but
Well, I mean that's
Ricky Henderson wasn't 6'5".
Yeah. He wasn't 6'5", and he also didn't hit the ball nearly as well.
No. I mean, he's got 8 home runs already. You know who I feel bad for in baseball right now since we're on it? Mike Trout. I saw, was it last week before last, where he leads the majors in home runs, but he's like 50-something in RBIs.
Really?
Yeah, he's hit like 10 single-run home runs.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. But, you know, that's what he asked for.
Yeah, Ricky Henderson had 130 stolen bases in 1982.
Oh, he's a
That's
freak.
second on the list. But, of course, there's an 1887
Different
record out there. Yeah, it's not the same.
Different era.
138 is what's considered the most in a single season. But 130? He still got picked off 42 times that year.
Yeah, but still his percentage is high.
Oh, no. He's still run. If it's Ricky Henderson, it's Ricky Henderson. You just run him.
I saw an interview about him, and they were like, they couldn't control him on the base paths. Like, if he just decided he was going to go, he was going to go.
Oh, no, he had a whole science that he did himself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like the year he got the most, that was the most attempts he had. And he just got more proficient with it as he got older. When he was 23, he had 130. When he was 24, he had 108, but he only attempted 127 times.
Pretty nice.
That's a nice clip right there.
Yeah.
Then at age, let's see, what was the age 25 was 100, and he did that with 126 attempts. So yeah, he got better. Even when he got much older, he was like 90 at 29. He had 93 steals on 106 attempts. So he didn't steal as much, but he's still killing it, man. It's impressive. Impressive work out of that.
That's what he did, bro.
But, I mean, yeah. Ellie De La Cruz probably won't be in the top 50 in a season, but Ricky Henderson is on like the top 25 list like 10 times.
Yeah. He's got like probably, what is it, like 7 of the top 10 or something like that.
No, it's not that much, but it's still impressive. He's in the top 10 like 3 times.
That's still crazy.
So, we can talk about the A's later, but yeah, back to the Central.
Yes.
You know, Cincinnati right there in the mix at 16 and 17, just a shy under 500. The Cubs and the Brewers, though, are leading the way here. Brewers scoring machine as well. They're scoring at the same clip the Braves and the Phillies are at this moment.
Yeah.
The pitching, I think, is the biggest difference when you look at the two, all the other teams, especially when we talk about the Phillies and Braves. We're talking about probably the best pitching units aside from the Dodgers in the National League.
Absolutely.
So, that'd be a difference maker. I guess we all kind of forget about the Central because it's been bad for so long.
It was bad for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much since the Cubs won the World Series.
Yeah, it's gone downhill since. You've had a year where the Cardinals were okay and then the Brewers were okay, but it never amounted to anything. I mean, Pittsburgh still sucks as they always have.
Pittsburgh's moving. They're moving in the right direction. They will. They've got a lot of young talent.
Yeah, I mean, they can. They absolutely can. But we're just looking at them right now.
I keep waiting for them to bring up that pitcher they drafted from LSU. What's his name? Skeens, I think.
Yeah, he's going to probably have another year or so in the minors. He's still young.
Dude, that dude's a beast.
He is. That was that big LSU run, 2 years ago?
Dude, he is they're load managing him in the minors.
Mm-hmm.
He's only throwing like 3 innings a game. but there in the minors, there's been 25. I think it was 2,500-mile-an-hour plus pitches. He's got 24 of them. Like he says, that's what he does. He throws hard.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. Throwing straight gas.
He's like I saw an interview with him on McAfee, and that's what they were talking about his load management and stuff, and like how like his strikeouts, like for only throwing 3 innings, his strikeouts are like through the roof.
Right.
Like it's just stupid.
Just the pace that he's setting for himself.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like he's going to be in the majors like soon.
Of course. I mean, he wasn't picked as high as he was for that reason, for not to be there and be ready to be pitching within a year or two. I mean, that's the whole goal for.
He's going to see major league time this year.
I would assume so, especially if you see in the later part of the year and they, with injuries and other things that can have it to a team, but also wanting to get these prospects sometime up in the big leagues. Those are the types of moves you make.
Yeah. He's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
They were talking to him about, how you like, because, Pittsburgh's AAA affiliates in Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about, how you like Indianapolis? Oh, I don't really know. And they asked him if he'd been in the zoo yet. He's like, I didn't even know there was a zoo. And they were dogging him because essentially the zoo is right next door to the stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were picking at him and they're like, dude, there's monkeys watching you play. They can see you pitch.
That's awesome.
He's like, I guess I need to get out more. Apparently, all he does is he's at the ball field or at his apartment.
That's nuts.
That's it.
You got to get out. I mean, especially when you're in a city like Indianapolis. I mean, granted, it does suck because you're in Indiana, but at least it's a city in Indiana you could do something in.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to them too, but there's a lot of cities in Indiana that ain't got shit.
Indianapolis is not one of them.
No. Indianapolis is going to give you a lot to do. More than where we live here in Wilmington, man. I mean, there's a lot to do in Indy. And lots of sights to see and things to do. I'm sure there's plenty of places to drink or do whatever the fuck you want. It's just, you got to get out and check that out, man. Especially when you're that young. Like, come on, buddy.
Doesn't sound like he's into it, though. They were asking him what kind of stuff does he listen to while he's warming up out in the bullpen and stuff. He's like, oh, man, the other day I was listening to an audiobook while he's warming up.
He's just one of those weird guys, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but he can pull it, too, though. His girlfriend is Olivia Dillon.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
More power to him.
Right? Good on him.
All right.
Back to what we really need to be talking about.
So let me press the rewind button first. We covered the East already.
Yep.
I mean, and we're doing this briefly. We're not diving into each team and all that shit. But in the East, give me your prediction of division winner.
Man. I still like... I don't want to do it to you, but I still like the Braves.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's going to be super close.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to surprise me if either one of them win it. But if I've got to pick, I'm going to go Braves.
I'm going to take the Braves, too. We have Trey Turner that just went out for 6 weeks. You'll probably see a little bit of a turnaround here. Let's see how well he can come back and be healthy. I love the run the Phils are on. I love the direction the team is in right now. I'm scared, with Trey getting hurt, that's going to change a little bit of the trajectory that we're on, that path.
Well, when you lose a key piece like that on offense.
Yeah.
And a good defensive player also.
Best shortstop baseball, second best maybe.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, man. I love Trey a lot, and he's been a lot to Philly this last year and a half, or however long you want to call it. But I think the Braves ultimately kind of get back to what they do and end up winning the division. Granted, I would love for Philly to win, but I love just the type of postseasons we've had the last 2 years. we just get into the playoffs. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything.
Just
we get to the playoffs. We'll play wherever, whenever, and get it done. We get the work done. Ask Atlanta. They know.
They do now.
Yeah.
They do now.
So I don't care if we win the division or not. I kind of like what's happened in the last 2 years, so I'm just going to be like, you know what? It'll happen again this year too. That's fine. So I'll take the Braves. I get that.
What you got in the Central?
In the Central, I'm thinking I'm going to take the Brewers. I just like the bats they have. I like their ability to put runs on the board at any given moment, especially the way they can get hot. The pitching does concern me with them a little bit. Can it sustain this kind of success throughout the rest of the year? But, yeah, give me the Brewers to win the Central.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yelich and the boys are balling right now.
For sure. Yeah, they offensively, man, they got it.
Yeah, they do. That is 100%. I think we're pretty much both sold Dodgers going to win the West.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to really dive into it much more than that. Here, I will say I am surprised by the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks made it to the World Series, and I get it. They went on a heater in the postseason last year and made things happen. But the thing is they bolstered the pitching staff. They re-signed a lot of key pieces. They didn't break down that team at the end of the year.
They'll get.
It's not like it's a totally different lineup now.
They have a odd stat line.
What is that?
Their run differential is 0.
Yes. Don't see that often.
For a team that's 6 games under 500.
The pitching, I mean, it's not greatly different.
No.
So,
I mean,
they should be better than they are.
And offensively, they're right there.
Yeah.
I mean, offensively,
offensively, but it's the pitching. That's the whole thing. And that's what I was basically getting at is like this roster, this lineup is not that much different. Nope. You need to prevent the runs from scoring. Wow. They're 3-7 in the last 10 and on a 3-game losing streak right now. And Diamondbacks need to do a lot. A candidate for lovable losers is also in this division.
They are.
Colorado Rockies
at 8-25.
8-25, the negative 75 run differential. They've only put up 120 runs in the league this year, or in games this year, against 195 against.
Oof.
Yeah. That's
our stat. We like to look at that.
We do. It's a big deal, man. Negative 77 was the Marlins. We didn't touch on that, but just to make a good, solid comparison. We've got a better one that we'll probably nominate, and you probably already know, but we'll talk about that when we get to the division.
We'll get to them.
Dodgers are stacked. They, cheat the books with money and do everything else, so fuck them. I hope they lose every game they play in. They are all that is wrong with baseball.
I don't know how they get away with all this deferred contract money.
I think it's ridiculous. So how do you do it? That's bullshit, man. Yeah. We talked about this before. It just sucks.
What? Where?
Like, if you're going to sign somebody to a deal like that, you pay them now.
Dude, that's baseball for you. There's no...
Yeah, no.
Cap.
There's no cap. You just do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I get it. There's a luxury tax behind all this to prevent teams from just spending an ass load of money. And
but some teams don't care. They're like, fuck it, we'll spend the money.
Well, no, that's the Yankees and the Dodgers. They have, the Dodgers especially because they have this fucking billionaire group that owns them.
Yeah. And they got a diehard fan base.
I'll give them that. That the Dodgers do have a great fan base. Same thing the Padres do as well.
Yeah.
But you don't see the Padres doing the same thing. The Yankees have a great following, obviously.
Yeah.
But their money is not coming from this a group of billionaires.
No, just one billionaire.
Yeah.
Just one. Just one.
It's just a bit aggravating with what the Dodgers have done. Now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you, finding a way to beat the system.
Hey, man.
Like, more power to you. all the respect, great work out of y'all. That's impressive. Like, you found a way. But here's my thing is, why hasn't a change been made at this point? Like, oh, well, you see that you found the loophole. All right, let's seal that up. Let's go ahead and sew it up right here, and that's not happening anymore.
They're not going to do it. I mean, these deferred contracts in baseball are like serious, bro.
This one is
that
real
one's serious, but like, I mean, my team's part of one.
Yeah, they're still paying pitchers.
Still paying Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Bobby Bo.
Look at the deferred money. It's just crazy. I mean,
I'm gonna grab a couple beers, but when I get back, I gotta tell you my little brother's Bobby Bonilla story as a kid.
Oh, so you got one?
Yeah.
I like it. I just wish we weren't still paying that dude $1 million. It's almost over, I think, though. It's almost over. I think we got like 6 years or something left.
I think it's 32 or 35.
Yeah, it's not very long. Considering he hadn't played since frickin' 2000.
Yeah, so I think it's like 32 or 35. But sorry about that. Yeah, so as a kid, we collected baseball cards. It was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
And my favorite player was like King Griffey Jr., of course. Everybody loved the kid. But I was also, I'm 2 years older than my little brother. And then I have 2 older brothers. They're 6 and 8 years older than me. Well, go figure, the older brothers screwed us out of a lot of cards, knew about a lot more about the baseball game than we did, right? It's okay. My little brother was the one that got ruined, though. And so we trade, and I'm trying to collect, a whole set of whatever this may be, or this special series here, the Donruss, the year and the upper decks, whatever, just trying to put together.
I know all about it, brother. I was there with you.
Yeah, going through Beckett's and looking up prices and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan, though, just loved Bobby Bonilla. Didn't matter what kind of card it was or how many he had.
He wanted it.
He wanted Bobby Bonilla. Ryan got screwed. Because, guess what? Got this Bobby Bonilla right here, man. That Mike Piazza Lorky card looks real nice.
Let me have that.
How about I swoop that? Oh, Alex Rodriguez rookie card. How about you want this Bobby Bo? I got you, man. And so my brother ended up with a lot of Bobby Bonilla cards. Unfortunately, his career did not pan out the way he was hoping.
No. I had a couple of Bobby Bo rookies.
Yep.
I had a couple. I sold like majority of my stuff.
Yeah, no, we still have ours.
In the early to mid, probably like mid 90s.
Yeah, we still have ours. They're up in my parents' attic.
I got a box from somewhere, a customer, when I worked at AT&T gave it to me. And I've got it. And I started looking through some of the stuff that's it. And it's one of the 1989 sets. I don't remember which one, but it's got a Griffey rookie in it. It's got John Smoltz rookie in it.
That Donruss from 89, I think my dad has that complete set.
Purple bordered rated rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I go down the rabbit hole every now and then on some Instagram reels of dudes opening up old wax packs.
Hell yeah.
Love that stuff, especially when they catch something good. Was watching one the other day where he was opening up a pack of I think it was 1989 hoops or 1990 hoops.
Yeah.
And they were looking for the Mark Jackson card. And the thing about it is, it's not Mark Jackson that they care about.
Nope.
It's the old Menendez brothers sitting in the background.
Exactly. That one's popular just simply because of the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, which is insane.
But it's funny that someone actually recognized that. And said, I'm pretty sure he's on this card. These guys are on this card.
Yeah. There's another card, too, that's like that, that's got a couple other famous people in the background. I don't remember which one it is, but there's like 3 or 4 in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it is, though. I think it's somebody either for the Clippers or for the Lakers. But it's like a scrub player, but it's just who's behind it. Which is just insane. But no, I mean, I miss those baseball card days. I cared about stuff back then.
Man, you know how much just time we sat around going through our cards, showing off our cards, looking up the value, because month to month you got a new Beckett book. And you're like, oh, got to see if this thing increased or decreased in value. And then just trading cards back and forth, and then just the debates you would have over the type of deals you were making on cards. Dude, it was phenomenal times. Phenomenal times.
There was a place in Charlotte I used to go. It was Kevin's Card Shop.
Yeah.
They used to do a Friday night swap meet.
I like it.
They'd order pizza. It'd be a bunch of guys in there. I say kids, but probably teenagers, the early 20s, trading, looking at stuff, buying this, buying that. If you wanted something, he'd specially order it for you.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But there's not a whole lot of those shops around anymore. Mostly online stuff. Plus, the cards nowadays are getting ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. When you get these one-of-one cards in packs that are worth already $500,000. Just stupid. Stupid money.
All right, so off topic a little bit, but we're in agreement. Dodgers, right?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Dodgers all day, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I just see them already distancing themselves out there in the West. You may see a wild card team in the Padres, the Giants, if they could kind of turn it around. Maybe even the Diamondbacks, but maybe I just think the Diamondbacks were a flash in the pan.
There's a chance.
Yeah, Colorado Rockies are definitely not going to be that team, though.
No, they're not.
You can already see how bad they are.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get improved overnight.
No, they got some work to do.
American League East, though, lots of competition there.
That, I want to say arguably the best division in baseball.
Yeah.
Arguably. I mean, everybody's within I don't think Tampa should be better than what they are, and they're not. I mean, somebody's got to be bad in division. You can't have a division full of great teams. It just doesn't happen. But Baltimore's hot. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that division just because I'm not a Yankees guy. I'm not a Red Sox guy. I'm actually okay with Baltimore winning that division with their small market payroll. Other than still paying Chris Davis a shit ton of money.
They are.
I think they're still paying him $5 or $6 million a year or something like that. Crazy stuff.
That's wild.
Yeah. Man. Anyway.
But anyways, I mean, what's impressive is this is the third year the Orioles have actually been an impressive ball club.
They've been good.
Yeah, they've been playing well, and they're still just continuing what they've been doing. 169 runs scored, only 124 against, plus 45 differential. Solid stuff. 7-3 in their last 10, and just they looked the part once again. The Yankees kind of turning things around. Key signings this year, right? The Juan Soto move.
Yeah,
looks like it's panning out right now.
Yeah,
It might pan out still overall. It looks like it's working right now, but we'll see.
What I like about Baltimore is Baltimore reminds me of what they're doing right now. If they can keep it together, they're doing what the Yankees did in the 90s. They had a farm system.
Yes.
That was really good. They scouted well. They drafted well. They're bringing in the right free agents, not breaking the bank to do it. The Yankees don't care. They're like, we'll do $300 million payrolls. It doesn't matter. I mean, I can't say much about that. I know another team that does it too, but but they don't win enough.
Yeah, they play for the same fucking city.
Yeah. They do it all the time.
But with Juan Soto, it's a key signing, and like I said, everything looks great. He's leading the team in batting average. He's hitting over 300. He's hitting 318 right now. He's got 8 home runs and 25 RBIs. I mean, it looks phenomenal, right?
Looks good.
But we know Juan Soto can just disappear in moments. and times, and just for like complete, like just, I mean, like a whole month at time. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what happened to Juan Soto? Is he even playing?
Right. But he looks good. He looks smart so far.
Well, you got him. You got Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Hard to believe Russell Wilson was drafted in front of that guy in baseball.
Yeah, no, how crazy.
Oof. Oof.
Very funny. Oof. But Baltimore, though, I know we've already talked about it, but it really, I mean, it's just the Gunnar Henderson thing is a big deal. Like, he's beat the brakes off balls, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just 10 home runs, 24 RBIs.
Yep.
Just killing it, man. Fucking killing it.
And I know they brought that Holiday kid up who is struggling for the moment. But, dude, just got drafted last year, and they're throwing him right into the big leagues. Like,
why not, man? I hear you.
He's going to struggle.
Yeah,
but he'll get it.
That's the expected thing right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's an adjustment period. I mean, Bryce Harper kind of had the same thing happen to him.
Yeah, but I mean, he got thrusted right in the spotlight early, and look at him now.
Yeah, yeah. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Get down to Boston. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to really expect here.
I mean, they're still in the mix. They're only 4.5 back, but
they don't have.
They just don't have that it guy to me.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, not at least offensively, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who do you think it is?
Let's see. I'm taking a look. Been a long time since I look at the Red Sox roster.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is there's not really anybody that's like that it guy offensively.
No, not really.
I mean, Tyler O'Neill is who you'll probably point at right now because he leads the team in on-base percentage, leads the team in home runs. His batting average is almost 300. He's hitting 292 right now.
Yeah.
But he's not that name brand that you're used to seeing someone like don that Red Sox jersey.
Yeah. Man. Connor Wong. Look at that.
And he's a catcher.
Yeah. What I was looking at.
Yeah.
Bro, these mofos can strike out in Red Sox land, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Man, you're not hitting your magic.
No, bro.
Oh, man, the over-under is getting close, too.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Game's over. I'm not winning nothing.
It's awful.
I'm on the opposite side of a heater.
The opposite side of it.
I'm on a cooler.
Yeah, you're on the White Sox trend.
Ooh, bad.
Yes.
Bad.
Speaking of the White Sox, let's make a move towards
the Central.
Central, we talked a lot of shit about last year.
And we're still going to talk shit about them because there's still nobody's going to win in that division.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, there's going to be a team that wins in that division, but they're not winning the World Series.
The heater the Twins are on. Guardians look pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
They look okay for the moment.
I mean, the Guardians putting up the same kind of runs. The leaders have been here in Major League in baseball, and a plus 40 differential.
I actually like the Royals a little better. To be honest,
they're up there.
Yeah,
but
they're right there.
That's the whole thing. That's what when we talk about the Central, we're talking about teams that are separated by 3 games.
Yeah, top 4 teams.
4 teams separated by 3 games, and then you have the worst team in baseball sitting at the bottom of that division.
By far the worst team in baseball.
Negative 86 run differential.
Dude, have you seen
they've only scored 95 runs on the year.
Have you seen their defense? Have you seen their defense's highlights?
Pitiful.
It is like
they're not highlights; they're bloopers.
It's like watching like a T-ball league. Yeah. Like they're just throwing it away. Oh, can't make catches. Mm-hmm. It is awful.
So, just to give you a perspective, The White Sox have scored 95 runs this year.
Mm-hmm.
The next closest to them is the St. Louis Cardinals, 117. And the Cardinals are 15 and 18. Because we know the Cardinals have decent pitching.
Yeah.
So they'll keep their runs against pretty low. But it's high in comparison to a lot of other teams. But yeah, the White Sox also have given up 181 runs. So it's just bad all around for the White Sox. I mean, the errors aside, they just don't look like a professional ball club. So that's the one team we'll wipe off, but lovable loser candidate for us there for sure.
Dude, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Our usual lovable losers are actually playing okay.
Well, they're on a 6-game heater, man. 6-game heater.
They're on a game and a half out of first place in their division for a team that I totally expected to finish last. I started early with the baseball betting, saying, hey, I'm going to bet every game against them.
That's smart.
Not so smart so far, hasn't been.
Not in the last 6 games. But early on, it was smart.
It was. It was working.
Yeah. But right now, you just adapt that to the White Sox. Duh. Easy. So, Mariners, Rangers, and surprisingly, the A's.
Crazy, surprisingly.
Right. They're all within a game of a half each other. Seattle's 18-15, the Rangers 18-16, and the A's are 17-17.
Yep.
My favorite stat of this whole division is the Astros at 12-21. I hope they lose every fucking baseball game for the rest of ever. Because no one likes a dirty cheater.
I like all the cheaters. Nah, no, that was too much. They went way too far.
No.
Normal sign stealing, stuff like that, I'm good with.
Just don't use the technology. Like, use what you have.
Yeah.
But, like, it's bullshit having guys mic'd up and banging on trash cans and all this other shit. Like, it just rubs me the wrong way, you know?
Yeah.
I can't deal with it, man. Not a big fan. So I will hate the Astros till the end of time or until they forfeit, their World Series.
No, they ain't forfeiting shit.
Of course they're not. But like I said, that means we just hate them till the end of time. So.
They ain't forfeiting none. It's like, their system they use is dirty. Like sign stealing and stuff like that. I don't give a shit. It's kind of like.
No, it's game. That's kind of the game. If you could steal a sign naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just using what everybody else can see and do.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I get it.
That's gamesmanship right there.
It's kind of like the Michigan sign stealing. Good on them.
Yeah.
I mean, did they go a little crazy far on it? Maybe a little. But good on them for figuring it out. Good on them for doing something that I don't know why no one else has been doing, just for the simple fact that, like...
Because the ability is there to do it, and there's nothing in place to say you can't do it. That's just dancing the gray line.
Tell me why...
You know how people get on top in this country? Dancing the gray line.
Tell me why college football is still using signs and didn't have, like, communication headsets.
Right?
Explain that to me.
Yeah.
It's 2024.
It's just...
The NFL's been using it since when? Early 90s?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a thing in college. They're doing it this year. Come on. I am going to miss all the stupid placards on the sidelines, though. Peace. Look, it's meatloaf.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's funny.
And a letter T and then a picture of a beaver.
Yeah. Oh, no. You see Donald Duck just chilling, and then all of a sudden you throw up a picture of a purple elephant.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
What's going on over here? But that's how they delivered signs then. I mean, but here we are talking on headphones, being able to hear each other. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Exactly. Like, come on.
You have the ability. It's crazy.
I want to know why, like, some of these, like, university, like, more, like, like in Alabama or a Texas or USC, how they're like, fuck it, we'll pay for it ourselves. We're going to do it.
Right. That's what I would do. I'm like, you ain't stealing my sons.
Yeah. I'm not making some poor dude carry 700 poster boards with some random ass pictures. Like the signs were fun. Some of them were ridiculous.
Nah. Yeah, but anyway. Fuck Houston.
Yeah.
Mike Trout out again.
Is he hurt again?
Yep. And the Angels aren't doing anything for him.
No, they've never done anything for him.
They suck. They're not looking out for a guy that's so talented and just wasting his talent. Man, I just hope he can get traded somewhere that he could be successful. Because this guy deserves it.
10 home runs, 14 RBIs.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
That's horrible.
Huh?
It's just horrible. And what's sad is Tyler Ward, 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. Like, who's batting in front of Mike Trout that can't get on base?
Duh.
Like, what is going on? Like, I don't know, man. Poor Mike Trout.
It sucks, man. I mean, 10 home runs already in the year. Then he gets hurt, of course. So, 10 home runs. And, I mean, he's batting .220, which is awful. I get it. His win above replacement is only 1.2, but it's the highest one on the team. Like, if your win above replacement is in the negatives, that's bad.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
That means you're losing shit for teams.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the plus minus for NBA. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it, sir.
So, no surprise there with the Angels sucking. We kind of knew it. That's just what's going to happen. Let's run back down east. AL East, who's winning it?
I'm going Yankees.
Yankees?
Nah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the Orioles again.
I'm taking
Yankees. I ain't
Yankees
picking the fucking Yankees.
I'm giving them the kiss of death. That's why I'm picking
I
them.
like it. Let's go.
Hang on.
Cheers. Oh, come on.
I've been slacking over here, bro.
I know, man. I'm just trying to hold my beer up for you. There we go. Good deal.
I will be all about giving somebody a kiss of death. If you want to lose, take my picks.
There we go. Central. You said the Royals already.
I do kind of like the Royals.
Royals then?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I got to say, either defensively and pitching-wise, I think the Royals are really where it's good. Guardians, maybe. Man,
I just don't trust. I know they're on a heater right now.
I don't trust the Twins.
I don't trust them. Don't.
Nah. You started off 7-13 for a reason.
Yeah.
You're just on a heater.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're just playing a schedule. I ain't dig in that deep.
Let's
You
look.
might have been playing a good schedule against the White Sox, the A's, the Angels, the Marlins, the Rockies.
Here you go. Their last 10 games, 2 series with the White Sox, 2 and a series with the Angels.
Oh, no wonder they're on a 12-game heater.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Minnesota definitely not my pick. You know what? Let's love on the Royals. Let's give it that. Let's give it to them.
Like any team with a winning record, they're getting smoked. Like, come on. So you said they're on a heater. And like, oh, we should look in. And I looked. I was like, okay, that explains a lot.
There we go.
Damn.
So the West, who you got?
Ooh, man. Oh, let's see.
It's just nice that it's not going to be the Astros.
Man, there's a piece of me that wants to take Oakland. It's so bad. But I just don't see it.
Let's fucking go.
Shit, they're a game back. Let's take them.
We can revisit this in the middle after All-Star break. Early season prediction. We're going to take last year's lovable losers and have them win the division this year.
I like it.
And
From-
the last
from
year
worst
they're
to
going to
first.
play in Oakland.
Yeah.
Now they're not going to move to Vegas next year, but
I hate that for their fan base. They've got a fan base that wants a good product. They
Right.
have ownership that sucks.
the ownership sucks. The ownership just wants to move to Vegas.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not they suck.
That stadium they want
It's
to build.
they're like, we just want to be in Vegas. But here's my thing: leave the A's. Oakland, do something for the A's. Do something for your fans. Build them a new stadium. Hell, move them to San Francisco if you got to.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll still support it.
Yeah.
Granted, they're going to be pissed they got to cross a bridge, but I mean, ain't nobody want to live in Oakland anyway.
I mean, that's why freaking Golden State left.
Yeah, exactly. But you can still beat Oakland.
San Francisco built them a really pretty stadium. Said, "Hey, come on."
Yeah, that's all it takes, really. But the owner wants to go there. The owner basically should have said, "Let's get an expansion franchise," because really baseball could use it. Baseball could use it. You can
Well,
use
there's talk already. They've been talking about it for a couple of years.
because you've got a lot of places that need baseball. North Carolina, South Carolina, no professional baseball team.
Yep.
Talking about
Nashville,
Nashville, like Tennessee would be great.
Utah,
Utah,
Salt Lake City,
and Utah's starting to, and they're getting a hockey team.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, Arizona was never going to be successful with a hockey team.
No, they could have been. They just couldn't get a stadium deal done.
Right. No,
They
I
were playing
understand.
in a college stadium.
Yep.
5,000 seat arena. 5,000
But
seats.
how do you not? The Phoenix Suns play there.
Why aren't they
Phoenix
playing in
Suns-
the same arena?
That's what I'm saying. You have the Phoenix Suns. You should play in the same arena. Very simple. You've seen so many other teams that do it. Look at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Look at PNC.
PNC. Yeah, you got NC State and the Hurricanes both play there.
I'm pretty sure Atlanta does the same thing.
Yeah, it's just everybody does the same thing. What are you doing? You want to keep your hockey franchise, treat them right. Simple as that. It's because these franchises are all fucking valuable and their value is all through the roof.
They're all going up.
So they can all move. See ya.
Well, the move, they actually sold the team. The Phoenix team. The guy,
Coyotes?
yeah, the guy
They
who
sold
owns,
it?
yeah, the guy who owns the
Huh.
Jazz owns them.
Yeah, that's why. That makes sense. Is he just going to steal the name and be the Coyotes? There are no Coyotes in Utah.
Nah, they're gonna change it. Change it. I saw a uniform that
They're
like,
going
I
to
like.
be the Soakers.
No, this one's actually a legit one. I saw one. It was the Salt Lake City or the Utah Yetis.
That was my favorite one. I heard that one because
like-
that's what they're doing.
I like they're betting on it, right? They're
They're
or not betting. They're polling.
They're
for it.
polling the fan base for the name. They put 10 in there. They're going to do it tournament style. And then you get to pick each week or so what it needs to be. Yetis.
I like that
They
one.
should have wrote down the name Yetis and said sold. Don't need to put any all these other names out here. Fuck all that mess. No, that's stupid. Yetis is solid. Can't go wrong. You got partnership with Yeti at
Yeah.
that time. You
Yes.
you just imagine like with kids
Yeah.
and Yetis and costumes and your mascot, dude. It's marketing genius.
Somebody
If you don't go with Yetis, it's stupid.
somebody put did like a mock up like Yeti's jersey, and it was awesome.
It's cool.
It was awesome looking.
We
see if
Yeti-
I
we gonna
think
be
I
Yeti
think I
fans?
sent it to you.
We better be Yeti fans.
Nah, bro, we're Hurricane fans.
No, man. I'm a
You're-
Flyers fan.
you're a
first and
Flyers
foremost.
fan.
We suck though. We suck. So my second or my adopted team is definitely the Hurricanes living here in North Carolina.
Hey man, we're undefeated every time we go.
Yep, man. Cleveland just took an L. I mean, one. Sorry, Orlando took the L.
Yeah, they did. Freaking Donovan Mitchell.
Dude, I mean, Cleveland was down almost 20 in the first half.
20 ain't nothing in the NBA, bro.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Indiana's going to smoke New York in the next round.
Maybe.
Oh, no. There ain't no maybe. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but they beat Milwaukee 4-2 without a healthy Dame.
No, I
without
understand.
a Giannis.
I know, but watch. I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to contain Halliburton.
Auburn's nice, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Real
Boston's running this shit. Boston's running the East. No question. Everybody else is just here to watch and get an extra couple games in them.
Dude, the West is going to be the...
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
Dude, that freaking...
All right, so we're talking about it. Sorry, baseball, but we're in. All right, NBA playoffs. All right. Ooh. So my Sixers, valiant effort, just did not work in our favor. The game 2 outcome and just the setback with everything. It wasn't meant to be. I'm fine with it. I really wish we just sat Embiid for the rest of the year. Then it doesn't seem nearly as embarrassing.
Yeah. I said that to begin with. They probably should have said him because he still looked.
No, you talked about it. You talked about it. We talked about it. I think that would have been best. Is this team going to win a world championship this year? No, absolutely not. It's not going to happen.
Especially with Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris is not that guy.
No,
that's what it is. Now we've constructed and put together a couple good pieces into this team that may be viable in the future. Tobias Harris has to go. Money comes off the books this summer. Unfortunately, your free agents don't look that great.
Nah, free agents don't look that great.
Paul George ain't it. And if that's who we're eyeballing, just say, you know what? Take a wash on next year too. Because do not overpay Paul George. Do not. I beg of you.
Speaking of Paul George, I sent you something funny about Paul George earlier. You'll have to look at it later, but it's good.
Okay.
It's great. But no, Paul George isn't the guy. Westbrook's not the guy. It's a bunch of old guys. It's a bunch of old guys.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't want it.
Maxi's up. He's a rookie though, so I think
he's not a rookie deal. He's got to be restructured this offseason. You got to re-sign him this offseason.
Yeah, you got to.
It's going to happen. So that's happening, but that's fine. I mean, you're reallocating Tobias Harris's money right here
to a guy that actually deserves it.
Right, it's worked out in our favor in that aspect. We get Tobias Harris off the books, and
Maxey has played fantastic.
Fucking Tennessee curse is what it is.
Maxey played fantastic this series. To be honest,
man, Maxey's
if it hadn't been for Maxey,
oh no, I got swept.
You probably would have got swept.
Yeah,
probably would have got swept, and that would not have been good.
I mean, if you're telling me Maxey's out, then yes. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so that means the Knicks move forward.
Yeah.
That's your 2-7 matchup.
You got to see. This is where I don't like the NBA. The NBA should reseed each round. I don't like that they.
No, we hate that. We all hate it. It's stupid.
It's stupid. It's kind of like what was the matchup we were talking about last year? That was a second round matchup. It was the Sixers in Boston.
Yeah, it was Sixers in Boston.
Why is the 1-2? Why's the 1-3 playing when you've got the 6-7 playing on the other side or something like that?
It was the Knicks and the Pacers or some shit. It was like, why?
Yeah. Why did they get that? It does. I don't like it. Oh, it happened in the West too with Golden State and the Lakers playing in the first round.
Yes, you're right.
Or in the second round, you're like, why? Reseed.
Mm-hmm.
Your number one seed shouldn't have to play the hardest opponent in the second round.
Yeah.
Like, it just shouldn't happen that way. But NBA is stupid like that.
They are.
They want to do an in-season tournament, but they don't want to fix the seeding in the playoffs.
Okay, because it's stupid. I mean, like, it's happening this year, too. The Celtics are about to play the Cavs because the Cavs just won, right?
Cavs are what, 4?
They're the 4 seed. But the Knicks get the Pacers, and they're 6 seed.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Boston get the Pacers?
They should.
The Knicks and Cavs should be facing off against each other.
Yep.
But why can't we revisit this? Why is this not even set in place? Do you all follow the model of the NFL, the most successful
playoff
sport? I mean, just the most successful sport in the United States is the NFL.
Yeah.
There is nothing
Heads and shoulders,
that makes more money in the United States sports-wise than the NFL. They market everything perfectly. Everything is done so strategically, but to perfection. And if you want to model something and be as profitable as something, what do? What do they do well? Look into them. What are they doing so good? And that's one thing they do well. It's just a minuscule little part, but it means so much.
It does. It would mean so much to everyone in the playoffs.
Right. It's a difference maker.
Yeah. You shouldn't have lower seeds playing each other.
Right.
Just shouldn't. But they're never going to change it.
Because let's imagine right now, if this...
Look at the West. I think it's happening in the West right now.
Yeah, no, it is. We'll get there. But this is what I'm saying right now is we can talk about all this shit. Let's imagine the Sixers beat the Knicks. We're talking about a 7-6 matchup.
Yeah.
While we have the 1 and 4 play each other. How stupid would that be?
Dumb. It's dumb, and it's always been dumb.
Right.
And it's
reseed.
Yeah.
Fucking seed. Anyways, Celtics, Cavs. I mean, we can talk about Celtics are running away with this thing. Celtics are in the finals as far as I'm concerned. No one's beating them. They've been a phenomenal team on the road as well.
They've been good.
Beating them at home's tough. They're well-rounded. They're battle-tested. This team is they're destined for the finals this year. So I haven't seen enough from these other teams. Like, the Knicks didn't impress me that much.
No.
Is Brunson fantastic?
Brunson played fantastic.
Dude, he scored damn near 40 points in every game he played, if not over.
How much better would the Knicks be if Randall was healthy?
I mean, if you really look at what the Sixers' problem was in that series, it was rebounding. Couldn't rebound for shit. And defensively, we looked off in a lot of spots. Left a lot of open looks on the floor for New York. Man, it's tough. New York is not that good. The Knicks aren't that good. And I'm not even saying that means the Sixers are better, because I don't think they are. They suck too. But like having an 80 to 85% Joel,
yeah,
a Maxey, and then a worthless Tobias Harris, and I mean worthless.
Yeah,
worthless. Shows up in no spots. He doesn't even guard on the ball well. He's just trash.
Embiid looked pretty bad in the fourth quarters.
Man, Embiid was not clutch. I'll tell you that.
No, but I mean,
especially in the last game. Where was he?
He scored what, 1 point?
He was 4 of 13 or some bullshit like that in the second half.
Yeah.
Like, in a game you must win to survive, Joel, do better, dude.
But here's the thing.
But some of those shots he was putting up were stupid. It's like behind the back, like off the backboard shit where he couldn't even see what he was shooting at. I'm like, come on, dude.
I give him the pass a little, though, for being hurt.
Yeah, no, and that's
a little.
Fine. But here's my thing. Like, don't fuck it up this offseason. You have just maybe like 3 to 5 years left of like solid-ass Joel play. MVP caliber Joel, right?
Possibly.
If he can stay healthy, obviously.
Yeah.
But let's say he does stay healthy for the next 3 years. You have to go out and find that third piece. That's all it is. We fucked up when you went and got Harden. I hated it. Was not a fan.
Yeah.
That should not have happened. But any of these Villanova dudes.
It's the Villanova dudes, bro.
But, I mean, any of them from the Knicks would have been fantastic. They all love the Sixers, which is crazy. And the fact is, we drafted one of them and then immediately traded.
Which one did you trade? Hart?
No. Brunson.
Really?
No, not Brunson. No. Yeah, it's Brunson. That's right.
You guys traded him to Dallas?
Yeah. And look at it.
Man, Dallas made a pretty smart move, letting him roll out and then bringing in Kyrie. Kyrie played his ass off. But we'll get there in a minute.
Huh?
I said Kyrie played his ass off in that series, bro.
No, wait, hold on. No, Jalen Brunson wasn't. We didn't.
I thought Dallas drafted Brunson.
No, I'm thinking about the Nets. It was Mikal Bridges. No, am I right? I'm brain farting right now.
Maybe. You've been a little off all day, brother.
I have. Man, I've just had a long weekend.
That's what Dirty Myrtle does to you.
It is, man. It's awful.
What it does. What it does.
Damn it, man. Who was it? I'm thinking it was not Bridges. Damn it. I gotta look up the roster now because I'm losing the name. Is what it is. I mean, let's be real. My boys would be fucking shitting on me right now because I know. Yeah, it's Mikal Bridges. Yes,
yeah,
fuck yeah. We drafted him, traded to the Suns, and if I'm right, yeah, he got traded to the Suns, and then the Suns traded.
Yeah,
him
he
to
was
the
part
Nets.
of the. I think part of the Durant deal.
Durant deal. Yeah, exactly. That's right. No, I was just confusing them. Is all. All these Villanova guys.
Yeah, all the Villanova guys, bro.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Villanova's fucking taking over the Knicks.
How was that at?
I don't know, some Formula something race.
Is that in Miami?
If they give me that overview again, I can tell you. It says China. Oh no, that guy's from China, maybe. Or are they in China?
Maybe.
Round 5, China.
Maybe.
Somehow we ended up on Formula One.
I bet you Max Verstappen wins.
Who's that?
The guy who's won like every race already this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Verstappen?
Verstappen.
Oh, yeah, they're in Miami. You're right. Good call, sir.
I thought that was Hard Rock Stadium they were driving around.
Oh, they're driving around Hard Rock Stadium?
I think so.
That's pretty sweet.
I think that was the angle that gave it.
Nice. All right, so after my complete blunder on roster moves and shit here.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, it is. I've seen it from a little bit of a distance in person. So, we've already assumed, it's great. Cavs, you get to play the Boston Celtics the next round. What a win. What a win. So happy for you.
Yeah.
But Jason Tatum's waiting. Jaylen Brown's waiting.
Kristaps waiting.
And what's the white kid waiting?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude went off.
Bad hairline waiting.
No hairline.
Yeah, no hairline now.
Yeah, but it was a bad hairline before. But hey, man, I ain't hating on nobody with bad hairline.
Your hairline didn't start at the
Stop,
your
bro.
ears.
Stop, bro. Stop. We ain't hating on nobody with hairline. No hairline hate. No hairline hate. Not around here.
Lord.
We ain't having it. Ain't having it. Anyways, so Knicks, Pacers. Give me the Pacers, right? I mean, that's me. I'm saying it. But for you.
I like the Knicks.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm just not that impressed. I'm not. I mean, I'm impressed with Jalen Brunson. Don't get me wrong. Jalen Brunson's phenomenal. Dallas is probably just hating life. Imagine pairing a Jalen Brunson with Luka.
Got Kyrie with Luka.
I like Jalen Brunson over Kyrie.
Did you watch any of that Dallas series?
I mean, he looks good, but look at Jalen, dude. And he's younger.
I get it. I get it.
I mean, match the age, just the longevity of what you have available.
They had it together. They had him.
I know. But they wanted the name of Kyrie, and I'm just done. I mean, now Kyrie's doing good. Don't get me wrong. But just imagine just still having Jalen.
I get it. I mean, I'm not even like.
But maybe this was the move is what allowed Jalen Brunson to blossom
to
into who
be
he is
what he
because it's
is.
his team. It's his team. It's not Luka's team. So I can get that. So we can take a step back and be like, all right.
Dude, the best thing I've heard all week is Luka Doncic, after almost throwing up a triple-double, saying, I didn't do enough to help Kyrie.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
Now, I'm like a rebound away from a triple-double, but I didn't do enough.
I didn't do enough.
That's insane. Like
we
a 30.
Never, ever hear that come out of Kyrie Irving's mouth, talking about, I didn't do enough to help Luka.
Like an almost 30-point triple-double.
Yeah.
And I didn't do enough to help him.
No, brother, you did. You do more than enough all the time. It's Luka's the deal. I will say the one thing about the Knicks and Pacers I love is it does kind of bring back the rivalry from the 90s. Just waiting for like somebody to hit them with the Reggie Miller joke.
Yeah. Oh,
You
Halliburton
see
can do
Grandma Ma want to punch somebody in the face.
Oh, Halliburton did it. Halliburton did Dame time on Dame.
Yeah, but he didn't do the choke.
No, he can, though. He has the opportunity.
That's what I'm hoping for.
He has the opportunity.
That's what I'm hoping for. I have mad respect for Brunson, but I hate the Knicks. Wish he didn't play for the Knicks. All right. Oklahoma City and Dallas in the West.
Oh, man.
And
Oklahoma City looked...
Actually, this worked out well in the West, honestly.
Yeah, it worked out right.
1-5 and 2-3.
Yeah.
The word on the street, from what I saw in Game 1, is the T-Wolves over the Nugs. Anthony Edwards is that dude.
Dude, we talked about that off the air, and dude, oh, man.
Anthony Edwards is that dude.
Ridiculous.
Game 1, 43 points.
Ridiculous. And he's been throwing highlight jams over people, too. Woo.
I mean, just, they're filth.
I mean,
Complete filth.
It's like, damn. Did he really just do that?
Yeah.
He shouldn't be doing that to people like that.
Nah, man, he hurting feelings.
Oh, hurting feelings, making posters, making millions.
But I'm telling you, man, this.
Him being when he was drafted, you and I talked about this. I did not expect that at all, what he's turned into.
No.
I mean, granted, he was, what did you say, number 1 pick?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I actually thought that draft was pretty weak.
Yeah.
And now this dude is like, let me show you what I got.
Right.
Denver's in trouble.
They're in big trouble.
I mean, they can still win the series, don't get me wrong.
And obviously, I mean, one game doesn't dictate everything, but the way they came out and played, the way they set the tone for the rest of this series.
They stole one. They stole one on the road.
Yeah.
Stole one on the road. I don't want to, not to back up that far, but you know who doesn't want to see Denver anymore? The Lakers.
I bet not.
Good God, son. Denver has owned them.
Oh, no. Just
owned them. I love the fact that when they play in Denver, they start chanting, "Who's your daddy?"
It's great.
Because it's true.
It is true. You can have LeBron all you want. You can have AD all you want. You can have all the stars. It ain't working. It ain't working. Playing with LeBron is not going to win you shit.
Their last 12 games against Denver, they're 10-2.
Ooh.
Denver's 10-2 against the Lakers
That's awesome.
in the last 12. And it's probably better than that if you go back further.
Oh, I bet. We're just looking at that one. But, I mean, 43 from Edwards, 20 from Cat.
Yeah.
Michael Conley Jr. had 14 also. But he also had a double-double because he had 10 assists.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert, man, 13 reads.
I kind of forget that Mike Conley's there.
Yeah. And the rebounds, from Gobert are huge, dude. Huge.
Yeah, I know all about his rebounds.
That's all he's good at.
I know. I had him last night to do it.
No, you just need your boy to get another rebound.
1 assist, bro. 1 assist.
Was it assist? I thought it was a rebound. Oh, no, it was an assist.
One
You're
assist.
right. Yeah, you need the but that's a different game.
Oh,
Or no, it was this game. You're
this
right.
game.
Okay, yeah,
1
sorry.
assist. Crazy. You need somebody to pick you some stuff where you can lose by one tiny thing. I can do that.
I can get
all
you
day
close
long.
to winning, but it ain't going to get you winning.
I can get you right next to winning all day long.
Yeah, Jokic had 9 assists and you needed 10.
Yeah. And I promise you, I guarantee you, he had probably 1 or 2 that were blown.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They had to be blown.
Had to be.
Blown.
I mean, he's the best passing big man in the game.
I'll tell you, Jamal Murray didn't do him any favors last night. He scored 17. He only got to the free throw line 3 times. And he shot 6 of 14.
Yeah.
Why is it Jamal Murray taking 4 threes and Michael Porter Jr. is taking 7? No, sir. This is not the way this game should be played.
Yeah.
Kadavius Caldwell Pope took the same amount of 3-point attempts as Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Your offense ain't working well, bud.
No.
This is not what you do. When Jamal Murray is negative 22 plus minus, that ain't good.
Ooh, that's not good at all, brother.
Your starters do not need your number your number 2 guy.
Can't be that.
He cannot be negative 22.
No.
Hell, I mean, your MVP in Jokic can't be negative 12.
Yeah, but it's part of his negative 12, the fact that he's on the floor with Murray.
Yeah, that could not happen.
Guarantee you that negative 12 had a couple of assists on it.
Let's talk about those assists. Yeah, just finish your beer. Why not?
I did.
But
I got the rest of the other ones sitting over here. Like, that stuff frustrates me.
But Michael Conley Jr., man, plus 20 in the plus minus department last night.
He's the old vet.
Deal. Yeah.
At this point, how long has he been in the league? A long time, bro.
12 years, maybe?
I remember when, was it Memphis that drafted him back in the day?
I think so, yeah. Yep, you're right. He was with 2007.
God, dude.
He looks it too, boy. Whoo, hairline's back. We ain't hating on him though. I'm right there with you, buddy. I was drafted in 2007. He was born in 87. He's 36 years old.
Bro,
we close. Me and Mike Conley are close in age.
In 2007, I was still a vet.
You were a vet already.
Already.
Hell yeah.
If you go from like high school, or even if you give me like 2 years of college, I could still have been a 12-year vet in 2007.
I'm going to tell you this, though. Denver should be scared, man.
They should be.
The way Minnesota's playing, if they can continue to do that and continue to disrupt the game of Jamal Murray the way they are, good luck.
Minnesota could come out of the West.
They could.
They could. The thing, you and I talked about this early, and we'd said the same thing about Oklahoma City. They're young. They haven't tasted this playoff experience.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, it's just weird because, like, you know,
they're doing
the
it.
Thunder and the Timberwolves were both, like, at the top of the West for the longest period of time, and the Nuggets clawed their way back in.
Yeah.
They clawed their way back in, and then T-Wolves kind of lit up, and that's what happened. But they showed them we didn't appreciate that.
No, not at all. Not at all. And Oklahoma City handled their business in the first round pretty. I mean, they gave Phoenix just an ass whooping. An ass whooping, sir.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Phoenix is going to do.
I mean, they're talking about old man, as Edwards referred to him as.
Yeah. He talked so much trash to Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I mean, trash.
He deserved it.
Just straight trash.
Yep.
Good on him. Good on him.
So here's what I'm interested in is the Thunder and Mavericks. And here's what I'll say. The Thunder can establish themselves as a clear-cut number one team in the West and prove their value, their worth as the 1 seed by beating this Dallas Mavericks team. They got a home court advantage.
They do.
They've played well all year. But now's the playoffs. Now things get tough. You're going to play a seasoned, established team.
They just played a seasoned, established team, or what should have been. What should have been.
But it wasn't.
Dude, you're talking. I mean, we talked about this. The West was stacked from top to bottom.
Sure.
I mean, the last, who they play? They played the Pelicans. Who played the Pelicans?
Wasn't the Thunder, was it?
No, the Pelicans didn't make it, right?
No, it was the Pelicans. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I was wondering where you were going with that. Pelicans are not a seasoned, established team. Yeah, Oklahoma City beat them in the first round.
Okay. I'm trying to figure it out.
No, it's fine. It's a lot to keep up with. We do a lot in 1 week, man.
Man.
But, no, and I've been messing up all. This might as well fuck up.
No. What's
what episode called? Like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call this one. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah. Call it Porky Piggin.
Like it. Let's go. But no, what I'm saying about this one is a seasoned, established team. You're talking about Luka's been here.
Yeah.
Kyrie's
definitely
been here,
has it.
obviously, right? Kyrie's won a title.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Dallas is not a team to scoff at. You look at them in the last round. I mean, they beat a good Clippers team. A Clippers team, for the most part, looked really good all year. They stumbled towards the later part of the year, but they handled their business. Won 4 games to 2.
Clippers do what Clippers do.
They clip.
Yeah.
They were definitely clipping, for sure.
Fucking bomber. But, no, I mean, honestly, the West is more intriguing to me.
Of course.
Than the East is all day long. The problem is I'm going to have to watch late games all week, and I'm not very happy about that.
No, it sucks. I think if you see Denver make it, or if you see Minnesota make it, I don't know if Boston could take them.
Dude.
Now, can Boston take the Mavs, take OKC?
Yeah.
I think they could. And it's not a knock against OKC, because I think OKC's really, really good. I just think in that moment, without any experience, because they're young.
Yeah.
They're young. I think North Carolina's starting lineup and OKC's starting lineup this year. Carolina had an older average age.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A college team
had an older starting lineup. Yeah.
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 How nuts.
They've got really good young talent too.
They do. They're now. I'll tell you what. If there's a futures bet I can take right now that says OKC wins a title in the next 5 years, I'll throw 100 on it.
I would too.
Like
I would do it in a heartbeat.
I'm almost guaranteed whatever that is. I would love to see what the odds are on that.
Well, you see what they have right now, and then they also have the most draft picks between now and 2030.
Dude,
and I believe like 13 of them are first round draft picks.
Right.
Which is insane to begin with.
No, the equity they have to bring in more talent is nuts.
Yeah, it's like 30-something draft picks between now and 2030.
Yeah.
Insane. And the best part about it, they've been scouting well. They draft well. I mean, when you're picking in the top 2 or 3 and you get your option, I mean, like taking Chet. Chet was a good pick. I mean, that's unfortunately, I don't really like it, but that's the way the big men in the league are going.
Yeah.
I mean, Jokic is kind of the oddball. And it ain't going to be long. Embiid's going to kind of be the oddball because he ain't going to be able to play 30 feet out anymore.
Right, yeah, no, I get it.
But, God, dude. I mean, it's just drafting well. And they're doing it.
Things you have to do, yeah.
They're doing it.
I mean, who thought Shai Gilgeous-Alexander would be a top 5 point guard in the league?
I didn't.
And he blossomed at UK. But, I mean, you're talking about MVP caliber performance this year from this guy.
Yes.
SGA was murdering it.
We're talking.
He is so fun to watch.
We're talking first team All NBA.
Yeah. That good. We're talking 30 points a game.
Yes.
6 assists a game.
Yes. I'm with you all day long. Like he is
two steals a game.
He's been a monster all year.
He is phenomenal. Like he might be the best player from Kentucky on the court right now.
Yeah.
That's in the league.
Playing right now in the playoffs, yes.
I mean, it's been playing in the league, period.
Yeah. It's not a stretch.
Jamal Murray's number 2.
Jamal's there.
Tyrese Maxey maybe 3.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Maxey's good.
The way Maxey played in a losing effort.
Maxey's good, man.
He played his ass off, buddy.
He was bad for the first half. Started picking it up in the second half, and
yeah, but there's a couple of those games. If Maxey doesn't play the way he plays, they lose.
Oh, game 5, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But the more I'm thinking about this, Dallas really is only good in the front court, or the back court. Sorry.
Yeah. Luka, Kyrie, and they've got okay pieces. Okay.
I mean, PJ Washington, another Kentucky guy. in the front court. He's
Man, I forget they have Dante Hexum.
And dude, that guy's been in the league forever, but it's like he was supposed to be the next coming.
Dude, he was supposed to be the dude.
Yeah, and
he was supposed to be the dude.
Kind of just washed out. This is what, but OKC, you talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you talk about Jalen Williams, you talk about Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, like, it's crazy.
Crazy how young and how good they are.
Yeah,
like, it's insane. What it is, it's that whole, hey, we've got a bunch of young talent. Let's coach the shit out of them.
But the thing is they distribute their just everybody takes a role and does it and accepts their role, right? So you don't see like a huge disparity in points per game amongst the top three guys. You know, I mean, is it Shai because he's become this fucking mega superstar? Yeah, I mean, but Jalen Williams is still averaging over 20 points a game.
Who's their coach?
I bet you Billy Donovan wishing it was him still.
Was it Scott Brooks?
I think it was Scott Brooks, right? Is that who they went?
That's what I'm trying to find out now. I'm looking. Try to figure it out.
That might be it.
Because I want to know. Because, like, if that's who it is, he has done a fantastic job.
I agree. But look at the talent they still have. Like, a Gordon Hayward's, like, fucking getting 8 minutes a game off the bench for this team. And you have Cason Wallace there, of course. He's getting 17 and a half a game. And that guy has modeled his game basically after Shai.
Yeah.
And he gets to play with him and against him in practice on a day. That guy's just going to get better. And if you say like you want to move off of a Josh Giddey, a guy that you're going to have to sign long term, but you want to invest more money in other places, you're going to be able to just sub a Cason Wallace in and sustain the success that you have by letting somebody walk like that. But then when you look at the rebounding, they all do it. It's a collective effort. Yeah, you know, your point guard's getting 6. SGA was 6 a game. All right, Jalen Williams, 7.3. Chet Holmgren, 8.8. Josh Giddey, 5 a game. Dort's getting 4.3. You get Aaron Wiggins got 3.3. Like, it's a collective effort on the rebounding.
It is not Scott Brooks, by the way.
No.
It is some dude I have never heard of.
Maybe that's where we all fucked up.
His name is Mark. Too many vowels in this last name to pronounce.
So he's foreign.
Mark Daignault.
Huh.
I mean, where'd he come from? Is he a Euro guy?
I would assume so, right?
I'm checking it out. I need to know this dude's history. Oh, he's only 39.
Damn, I'm older than he is. All right, he's an American professional basketball coach who is the head coach for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
He was an assistant for the Gators in 2010 and 2014. And he was Oklahoma City Blue G League coach.
He's from Massachusetts.
Damn, he was their G League coach. And they just said, we'll bring you right on up. You can coach for us.
He graduated from UConn. He was a student manager for Jim Calhoun on between 03 and 07.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Doing a good job. Deserves a raise.
You think? Wow.
Go win that title. You can go up there and tell them you want anything. You can get anything you want, sir.
I'm impressed with this guy. I've never even heard of him before.
No, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Good on him, man. Sweet. The more I think about it, I'm just thinking for like as a team, give me a Thunder.
Yeah.
Right? You got to go Thunder here. Thunder over the Mavs. But I think you establish yourself, and then can you imagine Minnesota and OKC? And I want that matchup so bad.
Here's the thing.
Oh, dude, I'm getting excited thinking about that.
He was an assistant coach for OKC in 2019, 2020.
Yeah, and then
and then they promoted him in 2021
when they fired Billy Donovan.
He went 22-50, 24-58, 40-42, 57-25.
Look at the patience they had with him.
Well, it's patience. Look at. They knew they had young talent. They knew they weren't going to win. They were like, let's. It goes back to what you and I have talked about before.
Patience.
Yes.
Patience. That's what it is. It's all about patience. Seriously, man, they pay all these people to do scouting and all this other shit. Cool. That's fine. I get all that. But guess what? Masterminds. 2 people. 1 person even. But
just be patient. We say it all the time. We see it in the NFL all the time. We see it in where it
Pull
really
triggers.
meant college football.
Yeah.
You'll see a team. Oh, we're going to hire this. A prime example, and as far as I can remember, and this is a prime example of a good coach getting a job and them not letting him do what he needed to do. Rich Rod, when he went to Michigan.
No, you're right. What was it, 3 years?
3 years. And in football, dude, you're not overnight, especially then, unlike today without the portal and stuff. Yeah. Then you weren't getting better overnight.
No.
Like you had to recruit, you had to develop.
Well, you had to bring in your guys.
For your system.
You had to put in a system in place. Right, yeah.
3 years in college football back then, you weren't getting it. If you didn't get it done in 3 years, you lost your job. But at the same time, if you're trying to build a system, especially going from what he did to a Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but they're being patient with him. They're letting him do his thing. They're letting him learn. And it's working.
No, I mean, he's navigated this very well, but that's because somebody gave him patience.
Yes, sir.
But let's talk about it. Like in the NFL, like me and you, we talk about this. We talked about it with Bob. New England's scenario, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what did they pick? 3rd?
They picked 3rd, yeah.
We have a game plan between me and you, right?
Yeah.
And we said, we'll trade back. Let's get some equity.
Yeah.
What?
Especially
we're getting 2 first-rounders out of this. 1 this year, because we're going to trade with whatever the team we're trading with, their pick. Then you're giving me equity because I'm getting whoever I get. I'm getting a first-rounder the next year. And if I negotiate well enough, I'm going to find a way to a 3rd because I'm giving you a top 3rd, and I'm giving you the quarterback that you want, right?
Yeah.
Why can't anybody else see this?
Dude, word is, I don't have any insider information, but I've read a few things that apparently Minnesota and was it Denver? Minnesota and Denver both tried to get up to 3. According to what I read, Minnesota offered the 11th pick, the 23rd pick, I think.
Yeah, they had 2 picks.
There are 2 picks in the first round this year. Next year's first round pick.
The GM's fucked.
Not next year's first round pick, and then some later round picks too.
Yeah.
Like it was 4
something
or 5.
Similar to what Carolina did to go to 1 last year.
Yeah, it was 4 or 5 picks.
Yeah,
and 3 of them being first round picks.
It's life changing. What have we proven? What have we proven here, just on this podcast, little lonely old podcast?
You never win trading up. You always win trading back.
Exactly. You always win. How did the Cowboys win all their Super Bowls in the 90s?
The Herschel Walker trade.
Boom. Let's talk about who else traded back and got really. Was it Green Bay?
You can kind of say the Chargers won a trade back scenario when they traded the first pick for the 5th pick. They also got the first pick in the 2nd round the year that they drafted LaDainian Tomlinson and Drew Brees.
Yeah, that was a good one, yeah. Because Drew Brees was great. They just, when you go off and get Phillip Rivers, you can't keep Drew Brees around.
No. Well, he was coming off of shoulder surgery and stuff like that. They didn't know what they were going to get.
Exactly. But look at Houston, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, just take that model alone.
Sometimes hold pat and do what you got to do. But, like, when you're in a position like New England is, they need players all over the place.
But, I mean, I know they didn't really trade back, but they traded what everybody assumed was a top 5 quarterback in the league at the time, right?
Yeah.
He had red flags all over him, right? I mean, rubbing tugs and whatnot. You want that away from your football team. Yeah. I get it. I do. But there's someone out there that wants that guy, obviously. Look at the Russell Wilson trade.
Oh, probably one of the worst trades in NFL history.
Yeah. Because he's not even on that team anymore.
Nope. And they traded him for like nothing.
But that's what we're talking about.
No, they didn't trade him. They just straight up released him.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about, though, is look at how much better Seattle's going to be because of it.
Oh, yeah.
And look at the situation Sam Howell's in. He has the potential to start for this team at some point.
I like him being in Seattle.
Absolutely, because guess what? He's going to have weapons around him. He has weapons around him. He has a decent O-line that's only going to get better throughout the drafts they have.
I like it for the simple fact is that Seattle said, hey, we'll trade for you.
They did.
And we like what we saw. I mean, did he have some turnover issues late? Sure. But when you're just trying to throw the ball to keep him getting killed.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the ball. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into play here. But you're seeing you trade away quarterbacks. Trading up doesn't work because look at Carolina. Carolina's screwed for the future.
They're at least screwed until next year.
Right.
But
the thing is, how long do you wait on Bryce? Because that's what we talked about last week. You're like, you got to give him the 4 years.
But you have to now because you traded up to get him. Now you got to go get weapons.
But here's the thing. You can't hold it against the GM. What you got to do is say, owner.
No, well, they can't hold anything against the people that are drafted
David Tepper's held accountable for this. Yeah. He has to hold himself accountable, and he can't hold anybody else. No one else can be in the crossfires because of how adamant he was about it when everybody else told him to take C.J. Stroud. Yeah.
Well, I like how Dan Morgan handled the draft this year for them.
Yeah.
Like, I liked moving up the tail end of the third round to get Leggett because they didn't think he was going to be there.
Right.
They were like, that's the guy we want. Let's go get him.
It worked.
Have you ever heard that dude talk?
No.
Oh, bro. It's beautiful.
Is it?
Oh, it's fantastic.
How so?
Oh, we'll listen to it afterwards. Like, this is the most country-sounding black dude I've ever heard in my life.
Over Randy Moss?
Bro, 10 times what Randy Moss is.
Yeah?
Yes.
I like it.
Dude, I love it. Like, listen to it. Like, if you listen to it and talk, you wouldn't know that was a black guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll do it.
Like, it's just like, but I mean, he's from some little small town in South Carolina. Like,
yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's what you're raised around. That's where our accents come from.
Yeah.
My accent's kind of blended with the South because I use y'all all the time. But then, I mean, just the way I pronounce or pronunciate different words, like I've got a little bit of my dad's northern twang in it, or I guess you wouldn't call it twang, northern accent to it. And my dad had to train himself when he moved to Kentucky not to say wooder anymore. My dad called water wooder just because that's I mean, that's a Philly thing. It's just and the way you say ass. I mean, it's ass. Well, this is the way you say it. It's not. It's just the way things are said. And I mean, I picked that up. I mean, I got called an asshole. It's an asshole. It's not. You don't say ass.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just the way you say things. And I don't know. It happened.
Mine changes depending on how much alcohol I've consumed.
Yeah.
That's where mine goes. Like, I can play it off like when I was growing up. Like, I'd get asked, hey, where are you from? And I told them I'm from like Charlotte. And I'm like, you're from the South?
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Do I not sound like it? No, you got like no Southern drawl. I'm like, you don't know me well enough.
But I mean, it's just different ways it's said, and it's what you grow up hearing the most. Like my dad, like I said, he had to train himself not to say "wooder" anymore because people looked at him all crazy.
Wooder.
But when he goes home and says it, people are like, "Oh, you want a water? I got it." Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I understand like the whole accent piece. But yeah, I mean, when we talk, I know we're way off topic talking about accents right now.
Yeah, that's what we do.
We do, but the NFL, and I think we would make pretty good GMs. I know we're sitting here quarterback coaching all day, or couch coaching. Sorry, not quarterback coaching. Coach, what is it? Was it
We're
armchair?
We're armchair
quarterbacks.
GMing is what we're doing.
Yeah, we're armchair GM.
I'm telling you, I know I can make better moves than some of these idiots.
I agree. I do. And the way we talk about what we would do at that GM position, and I know there's a lot more that goes into it. Like, look at Howie Roseman, for instance. My man is a master of moving money around and making things happen and selling the football team to people.
Dude,
there's more to it. I get it. But when it comes to making transactional sound transactional decisions, you have to look at the history of what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and tell me when it's worked to trade up for a quarterback. And what was the last time you said Michael Vick might have been the best example? And guess what? They didn't result in a Super Bowl. Did it result in success for Atlanta? Yes.
Yeah. No Super Bowl, though.
No Super
Bowl. I'm trying to think who else have traded up.
I mean, Mahomes, they traded up for, but they traded up barely.
They didn't move.
They didn't lose a lot of compensation.
They went from like 20 to 11.
Right.
Or 10 or whatever, It wasn't like moving up to the number one spot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Andy Reid wants to go get somebody.
You say, yeah, we got you. I trust
Andy Reid.
I trust Andy Reid. But you tell me a brand new owner in David Tepper says, I just like this kid.
Yeah. I like this 5'9", 190-pound kid.
An owner. Like, man, come on.
An owner who...
And I don't want to shit on Bryce because it's not fair. I mean...
No, he literally was put in, like, a shitty situation.
It's an awful situation. It's going to be awful going forward.
Well, that's the way I feel about, like, Drake May. I feel like his situation is far worse.
Yes.
Than most definitely Caleb Williams.
Right.
I mean, even Jalen Daniels has Scary Terry, Austin Eckler, Logan Thomas.
They're making moves to make it better.
Yeah.
But they're not giving away draft equity so he can't, blossom into the quarterback that they want him to. Are they expecting CJ Stroud level quarterback play this year? I would hope not. Let him be what a rookie quarterback generally is.
Well, I told you.
And a guy that comes in and he does.
Their coach has already said that he's not trying to rush him out on the field as a starter. He just wants him to be a sponge.
Yeah.
That's why Brissett's there. He's like, if I got to roll out Brissett for a little while, I'll be more than happy to. Which I personally, that's in my opinion, I'm okay with sitting a quarterback. I've been kind of defending the whole like Atlanta move a little bit. I mean, I think Atlanta really needed to get Penix this year. No, but
it's not.
Can he sit there for 2 years and develop? I mean, I know he's going to be.
We're talking
26.
Man, we can go down this road again. I don't know if it's smart.
We're not. But
I think when you choose that high, trade back, get draft equity. If that's the move you're making, because you spent so much money on the quarterback of the future. And even if you say it's for 2 years, you spent a buttload of money for 2 years.
Well, they're guaranteed him $100 million, so.
Yeah,
you're paying him $100 million regardless in Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Regardless.
So, and when I spend $100 million on a quarterback, I expect at least 3 years. When you're talking about what what the cap hit is for a top flight quarterback.
No, I get it.
I need 3 years out of him.
Well, in all actuality, if you look at his total cap hit compared to some of these other guys, his cap hit isn't bad. It was only $180 million over 4 years.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I need at least 3 years if I'm guaranteeing $100 million.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? I need 3 years. Give me 3 years. And if that's the case, we're talking a 27-year-old that's going out there after as a basically what you want to consider a rookie, but it's not going to, as long as Kirk Cousins stays healthy, we're talking about not very many snaps with the first team offense.
I get it.
And I know you've watched Aaron Rodgers come in, you've watched Jordan Love come in and do great things after getting a lot of time. And we've always talked about that. Why do we rush quarterbacks in? And that's fine. I just don't know if this is really the time for Atlanta, who has a lot of needs elsewhere.
Oh, no, I 100% agree with you.
To go this route.
But when it comes to quarterbacks, and you know this, if there's a guy out there that you like and you don't have to move anywhere to get them, you get them, right? Especially in this day and age where, like, the cap, with the rookie wage scale and everything, it doesn't hurt you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. You guys had Wentz.
Yeah.
And then you still turned right around and took Hurts in the second round. Correct?
I think that was more about injury concern.
I get that. Kirk Cousins coming off a freaking torn Achilles.
But we're talking about a guy that we went and got in the second round. We didn't get a guy in the first round.
I get
for
it.
him.
I understand.
That's the same draft that Lamar Jackson was chosen, right? Is that the year we traded out of the first round to allow for Lamar to come up?
I don't remember. Maybe.
I might be a year off.
Maybe.
But we had one of the we had the last pick.
Yeah, it was like the
round.
31st or 32nd pick, yeah.
Yeah, we had one of the last picks in that round. And we traded it with Baltimore. They came up and got Lamar. It might have been the year before Hurts. But still, that's what I'm saying. Like, we still went in the second round and got a guy.
Yeah.
That had a very great collegiate career.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain, my point that I'm trying to
just
explain
saying,
about
when
it
you
is,
pick that high, you can't do that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We're talking about New England setting Drake May.
I understand.
And that's the third pick. But, I mean, he doesn't have the weapons
But
there.
they don't have a quarterback in place. Jacoby Brissett isn't the answer, right?
No,
we know he's
no,
not the answer. He's makeshift, like, this will get us by for a year.
He's a bridge.
Yeah.
He's a bridge.
He's a bridge. But Cousins, when you sign a guy for that kind of money, he's not a bridge.
No, he's not a bridge. But at the same time.
He's the future of quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons for the foreseeable future, whether that be 2, 3, or 4 years. And, I mean, I guarantee you they're hoping for more.
Dude, he's 36. How much more you want?
40. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, 4 years. But that's it, though. I mean, you're talking about you want – I just don't see –
let me throw this
why
out.
do you go get the oldest – why do you go and get the oldest quarterback in the draft?
Let me throw this out there at you. What if it's a ploy? Hey, let's take this guy. We'll bring him in. We'll show off a little bit with him, and then next year we'll just trade him. We'll get a couple more picks for him. I mean, it's possible. But at the same time, what I look at also, too, is you're putting a guy behind an established vet that if he can just sponge any kind of thing off of Kirk Cousins, I mean, we've said it 100 times. Does Kirk Cousins have flaws? Yes. But numbers-wise, statistically-wise, understanding the game-wise, he's not a bad guy to learn from.
No, I'm not saying he is.
What if they're not quite sure what his ankle is at the moment, even though they gave him the money? I mean, I'm sure they had to get like physical stuff from him and
Well, yeah.
all that. I mean, what do they got? They still got Taylor Heineke, whatever that kid's name is. Is that who their actual backup is?
Yeah. Right?
I mean, would you take Penix over him? But I mean, I wouldn't use. I get what you're saying. I understand that's a pretty high pick when there was other needs you had. I get it.
Tons of needs.
And if he was 21, I would absolutely love the pick. Because then he can sit for 2 or 3 years.
But where were we talking about Penix showing up? Right, the second round. Maybe he wasn't going to the way the quarterbacks were falling off the board. I understand, but when, I mean, we're diving back into this, and I know I'm not changing your mind. You're not changing mine.
No, well, here's the thing. I get it, but I don't think at the way the board was lining up, I don't think Penix falls past the Raiders.
Maybe not. I just don't know how confident they are in O'Connell. I liked what I saw from O'Connell, to be honest with you. I saw a big body. I saw a guy that wasn't afraid to throw the ball.
Where did he play?
Ooh, I don't know.
Iowa?
Was that it? Talk about a bad offense.
If that's where he played, then I don't trust anything about that.
Well, I don't like the pick simply because you're not getting immediate production out of a first round guy.
I get it.
And I know what you mean with Drake May. I do. But we're talking about they don't know their quarterback of the future, right?
Oh, Purdue. Played at Purdue.
Purdue. Okay, that sounds right.
Still the same. Yeah, it says on here his education level, and it just stops at his high school. I'm like, dude, he went to college, right? Hell, he's 25.
Here's the thing, though. Talking about trading up for quarterbacks and maybe working out, I'll just throw this one at you. Didn't the Eagles trade up to 2 to get Carson Wentz? Didn't they trade with the Browns?
Maybe. Now I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking, I'm having a brain fart, but I want to say they did. But I mean, I think the Eagles only moved from like 8 to 2 or something for it.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I've been trying to look it up and I can't find anything on it, so I'm just like, I'll just leave it be. But that's why if I want to run it by you, does that work? Would you say this is successful in that aspect? If that's the case, you got a Super Bowl out of it. You didn't get it with the quarterback you traded up, but you got a number 1 seed in that playoff. And you had success prior to that Super Bowl run. But I want to say we traded with the Browns.
I got it right here, and I'm trying to get the whole article. No, that's not right. That's not it.
Yeah, the Eagles agreed to trade up with the Browns to the number 2 pick that year. Okay. So they definitely did do that.
Okay.
Let's see what they gave up. They gave up the 8th pick.
Mm-hmm.
They gave up a 3rd rounder and a 4th rounder, a 1st rounder the next year, and a 2nd rounder the following year. And the Eagles also got a 2017 fourth round pick out of it.
They did get a Super Bowl, and he did help them acquire it.
So that would be a rare instance, but you couldn't really.
I can't really say that's a trade up win.
There's a 2-for-1 first round pick basically, with a bunch of other compensation in there. Nothing really crazy. There was a second rounder in there, but that's interesting.
What I'd like to know is I'd like to know what the Browns used on the picks.
Oh, we can't trust the Browns to make.
No, I
picks.
get that, but it depends on like what's in that draft and what's there.
Oh yeah. You're right.
I mean, because I've seen crazy stuff happen. We've seen teams like say, "All right, cool, we'll trade back," and then they draft like 2 All-Pros with like the picks they acquired that year. And you're like, how the hell does a team do that?
Didn't the Rams end up with Jared Goff?
Yes, the Rams took Jared Goff.
Because of a trade they made previously. I don't think they traded. They didn't trade up in the draft for him. But I think they got the number 1 pick from Tennessee that year.
I think so,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But it was from some other trade.
Something crazy. It was from some.
It was kind of like a Carolina scenario this year, right? They ended up trading off the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, but who knew Carolina was gonna like? I knew they were going to be not
They were going to be bad anyway.
But I didn't think they were going to be that bad.
Well, we talked about this already, right? We talked about how the Panthers had a lot of injury issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
That definitely affected the outcome of their season.
Well, when your best skill position is a 34-year-old wide receiver.
Yeah.
And that was their best skill position player.
Right, it had to be.
I mean, the Miles Sanders thing was awful.
Well, when you don't have an O-line.
Yeah, you don't have an O-line.
I mean, what do you expect, right?
Yeah, but here's the argument about O-lines. Great running backs can do it without them.
You're right. You are right.
Great running backs can do it.
I don't think anybody was claiming Miles Sanders was a great running back.
No.
And he wasn't paid as a great running back. Saquon Barkley this year is paid as a great running back. Josh Jacobs is being paid as a great running back. These are the guys that are going to do it.
Aaron Jones is getting paid as a great
running back in Minnesota. Yeah, because these guys can do it without the O-line. They're going to they hit smaller gaps. They create their own space, right? I don't think. I mean, for what, $7.5 million is what Miles Sanders got last year.
Yeah,
I don't think he was being considered that, but they felt like he would suffice, right?
I don't think they egregiously overpaid him.
No,
I mean, looking in hindsight now, they overpaid him. But at the time when they signed him, I didn't think that was a bad signing.
I think what they were looking for was a guy that's going to be able to come in and
help a rookie quarterback.
He came from a successful program,
yeah,
and from success in the past. But he rushed behind one of the best O-lines in the league.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So you got to take that into account when you go into contract negotiations. Did Miles Sanders go for the money? Probably.
Yeah, he did.
Because I
bet guys that go for the bag.
I imagine the Eagles would have probably offered him somewhere around $5 million or something like that, and I'm vaguely remembering that. But it's not 7.5.
No, I get it. You go get the bag, especially in football.
Well, as a running back, yes, you go get the bag.
You get the bag every time.
That second contract's way more than his rookie contract was, for sure.
I mean, you go get it. The way the NFL pay structure and stuff works, like those guys just get, because of the salary cap and stuff, like those and the abuse that their bodies get put through. It's just insane. And I say all the time, like, man, if you really want to win championships, you don't have to take all that money, which it's true. But at the same time, I don't blame them for going and getting it.
No, I don't. Especially when we're talking about a running back in a market last year that we thought was kind of dead, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about a market that's not spending on the value that a running back brings to a team. And I think over the course of the last 2 years, we're really seeing the value that a running back is bringing to different football teams, and why you see guys or teams go out and spend on them. Why Saquon got the deal he did. Why Josh Jacobs got the deal he did. Eckler got a good deal.
Dude, Saquon, but the difference about Saquon and the deal he got, Saquon is a good back that is produced behind total shit.
And that comes back to your point, right?
Yeah.
He does it without without the talent around him.
Yep.
And that's what sets him apart. That's why he's making $12 million this year.
He stays
Miles
healthy.
Sanders makes $7.5.
He stays healthy. He should have the best year of his career.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no question about
Easily.
that.
Easily,
question.
bro.
No question about it. Yeah, I agree.
If they can keep A.J. Brown from, bitching about, hey, throw me the damn ball.
I mean, you get that with wide receivers. They're deals,
I get
man.
it.
That's what you get. And
I get it, but here's the thing.
And last week you were talking about how much you love that out of a wide receiver.
I do like it. But
you want them to want the ball.
I do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't disrupt the entire offense to do it.
I'm not going to say he's the reason. I can't say he's the reason.
Okay.
Do you think that disrupted the whole offense, or do you think it was a lack of experience in calling plays there?
I think it's a combination.
Well, then you can't have both. You got to have one or the other, and you're going to have one. You're going to have – I mean, Randy Moss was the same way. Throw me the ball, I'll go get it. Steve Smith, throw me the ball, I'll go get it.
A.J. Brown ain't Randy Moss. He's good at the moment, but he ain't Randy Moss.
I mean, right now, because you're looking at a whole career versus half of one.
And I'll give you that.
Okay.
But at this point in A.J. Brown's career, he ain't Randy Moss.
Can he be? Yeah.
He could be. He could potentially.
But did Randy Moss run routes next to Devontae Smith? No.
No, he had Chris Carter.
Not his whole career.
Most of it.
No.
The best of his career, except for his 1 year in New England, Chris Carter was on the other side.
Is that right? I don't think he played that long. He was with the Vikings till 01, 90 to 01, right?
Yep.
Okay. He's a Hall of Famer. Of course. Chris Carter was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he started with the Eagles. He got cut because he couldn't pull his weight. It was the best thing that happened to Chris Carter's career because
absolutely.
it changed him around. He'll admit it. He'll tell you today.
He got his stuff together.
Yeah. All right. To 01. Let's see. Randy Moss. God, I forgot Randy Moss ended his career with the Niners.
Yeah.
You're right. 4 years. 4 of the years he was there. The other 3 was without. It's about half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he played with the Vikings for 4 years, or 4 years with Chris Carter, 3 years without.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the 3 years without was when he still balled, but at the same time,
well, that's because he had big hefty throwing. Culpepper, yeah, Dante.
Yeah. Lord. That good running back then, too. What was the dude that played Robert Smith?
Robert Smith, yep.
Yeah. Retired after 7 years or something like that.
And he pulled a Barry Sanders.
Dude, he was a baller, though.
He was.
Forget about guys like that sometimes.
You do. You just got to talk them back in. But no, I mean, so what, A.J. Brown's played 3 years in Philly?
I mean, A.J. Brown's a good receiver. I'm not saying he's a great receiver.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Hall of Famer and Randy Moss.
A.J. has the potential. He 100% has the potential.
Let's say
but he's
career.
At where he's at right now in his career, he's not Randy Moss yet. Even number-wise, he ain't Randy Moss yet. Randy's going up against 3 and getting it every time.
No, I know. I get it. Randy Moss is a Hall of Famer, and A.J. Brown is on track to be a Hall of Famer. And, I mean, I'm going to be biased as shit, so it's not really fair.
Here's the thing.
I feel like A.J. Brown does a lot of the same stuff.
He does.
He does a lot of the same stuff. He's a big body who can move, and he creates his own space. He gets separation a lot of times. Just this. I mean, I think Randy did it more on finesse.
Well, Randy was also fast as fuck.
Or on speed. Sorry, I got it backwards. On speed, whereas A.J. Brown does it more. He finesses you.
What was funny about Randy? Randy knew within like 5 yards if he was going to be open or not. Because you'd see him take off, and
You're missing.
boom.
No. That's not it. Randy Moss knew he was open every single time.
Yeah, he knew
and
he
that's
was
the
open
same.
every time.
And that's the same motto that A.J. Brown lives with.
Yeah,
is I'm open every single time.
My
Always open.
My thing about it though is where my point is going back to it. The Eagles stopped running the ball.
Oh yeah, last year there was not a good mix of offense. They were predictable.
They went from
They never stacked boxes because they didn't need to. Why would you? I mean, and the thing is, when you see that as an offensive coordinator, then you decide I'm in an I formation. This isn't bullshit. We're gonna run the ball now, and instead of just trying to go big play, or just try to eat up a lot of yards like you're playing Madden, you can't do that. And that's why I feel like it was more of a offensive coordinator issue than anything else.
I'm not going to disagree with that. I just feel like
I mean,
you guys went from having DeAndre Swift, who was at week 7, week 8, the leading rusher in the league.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying, and I think that comes down to play calling.
Yeah,
I don't think it comes down to we need to throw the ball to AJ more because he wants it more, because the thing is, AJ is going to be open more and get more targets when the run game's successful. That's how football. That's how football works.
But for some reason, I'm not going to say they stopped running the ball, but they
abandoned the run.
They went from like 25 to 30 carries spread out between guys to like 15.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's ultimately, I think that's what causes a lot of that team turmoil.
Yeah.
Is because I can guarantee you Swift wasn't very happy in that offense at the second part of that season.
No, man, he was balling out the first part.
Right.
I mean, he may not be getting the goal line touchdowns, which, I mean, that happens.
That happens to anybody that plays behind Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it just happens. But at the same time, like from 20 to 20.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, that's what we're looking at, though, is we're trying to figure out what happened to the offense that was so successful in the early part of the year.
Yeah.
And that it was the abandonment of the run game. I'll support that theory all day.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think we could factually support it and prove our case. But that's not – I mean, that's not what I want to get at here. And I just want to say, like, you're talking about somebody like Randy Moss and then somebody like A.J. Brown. They're both vocal guys.
Yeah.
You want that. You want that.
Most number one receivers are vocal
Yeah,
guys.
they want the ball. I mean, look, like even when you talk about tight ends and Shannon Sharp wanted the ball all the time. He would come back bitching in the huddle, like just telling people, I'm wide open.
Dude, he came back and bitched to one of the great ones.
Yeah. He's like, Elway, throw me the ball.
I'm open.
And I mean, he would give it to Elway, but you know what? They were successful because Terrell Davis.
Yeah, I still love the fact that Shannon Sharp in his Hall of Fame speech said, "I am lucky and privileged to be here and be in this sport, and still to be the second best football player in my family." Loved it.
It's funny.
It was the truth, son.
I
Sterling
know.
Sharp
Sterling
was no
great.
joke.
No,
that dude was
very aware.
I don't understand how you have these guys that have these short careers. Terrell Davis is one of them.
Yeah.
How do you have these short careers and these guys are getting in the Hall of Fame and Sterling Sharp is not?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Anyway, we've digressed way down the rabbit hole, brother.
Yeah, but I mean, we covered a good episode here. Not much more here we want to talk about. We dove into baseball a lot today. Finally got into it
a little,
figured out because that's what we got to work with, along with NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, as we are sitting here waiting on the second period of the Hurricanes and Rangers.
Oh, the draft lottery is going to be
in game one. Oh,
for the NHL.
That doesn't really pique my fancy at all.
It doesn't. I don't know enough about these guys.
Me either. I like playoff hockey. I like keeping up with the Flyers throughout the year. And that's where it kind of ends.
We got to do better.
We will.
We got to do better.
We're growing.
We're growing.
We're growing. What was it that Mike Greenberg used to say all the time? Come back at you next time, bigger and better than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That's us. That'll be us next time, too. Better each time.
Yes, sir.
It's a learning experience through this first year of the pod.
It has been.
Yeah, we are on episode 2 of season 2.
I know. I saw that last week. I was like,
This is number 48 now, I guess.
48?
48th, yeah, I think so. I think we're episode 48. And what we consider now is the second episode or second.
I like the second season.
Yeah, second season, man. Doing big things. I noticed it all when all the renewals of everything for the year started showing up in the email. I was like, oh, there we are. We are in year 2.
There, that's where
we made big things happen, man.
There, that's what I was saying. I was like my history.
Yeah.
Stuff was popping. I was like, oh, shit.
That was 1 year ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've been doing it.
We've been.
Getting it done.
Yes, sir. Well, man, this has been another great week. We definitely ran 2 hours. I'm shocked.
Yeah. I was not expecting 2 hours today.
No, I thought we would be short, but yeah, the rabbit holes always lead us into good shit.
Ah, man. It's what it does. It's what it does.
All right, man. Well, until next week, you take it easy and let's drink another beer.
Let's do it, brother.
I like it. Deuces.
Later.